Good evening, Professor Valentine. And today I will be discussing and determining the interest rates. So first we got to look at what an interest rate is, and basically an interest rate is the amount a lender charges a borrower, and is the percentage of that amount loaned or borrowed. These interest rates can vary depending on high risk, low risk borrowers. So you can have a high interest rate or low interest rate, depending on your credit score and other factors like that. But that's the main one. And so interest rates are typically quoted by APRs, or the annual percentage rate. According to the text, the APR, or the annual percentage rate, is the interest rate paid or earned in one financial year without compounding. So no compounds, no quarterly, no monthly, no weeklies. And so with that, the APR is usually always higher than the interest rate due to the consideration of other costs. So like mortgages and things of such. And so then we'll move into the definition of a nominal interest rate, which is basically the percentage increase in money you pay for the lender for the money you borrowed. So basically the percentage of the interest rate or that money. So say it's 10% of 100% or 100,000 loan, it'll be that 10,000. So yeah. And so when we look at comparing these different definitions, normal interest rate will highlight the value of the loan, while the APR will show the actual cost of the loan. The nominal interest rate versus the EAR, I like to call it the EAR, I think that's how you pronounce it. The nominal interest rate, it will not account for the compounding period, whereas the effective interest rate will. So that's a big difference between those. And then because of that, it will make the EAR more effective, or the effective interest rate more effective and accurate, because it requires more detailed layouts of a rate. And so an example of all three could be, or an example together, I guess, could be a loan of $200,000 for the purchase of a car, or any, boat, whatever you want it to be. And you can have an interest rate of 20% over a 1-year loan. So then you'll owe me, because I lend you the $200,000, my interest rate of 20% will give me $240,000 back at the end of that year. And so the EAR, the loan with the annual interest rate of 20%, for the equation for this, I can add the interest compound, which would make you solve 1 plus the 20% divided by the 4, which is the quarterly, multiplied by the 4, which is a quarterly, minus 1, which would give you 21.55% interest rate for your EAR. And then when we look at the nominal interest rate, the percentage that you owe would be that 20% interest rate of the $200,000, and that would also be that $40,000. So that $40,000 is the 20% of the interest rate that was added on to the original loan, and so that is what your nominal interest rate is, all in one factor, all together. And that's kind of an example of how they all can conglomerate and work together, or how they do work together. So yeah, I apologize if I'm a little tired. I've been trying to get this quiz done and all these other things, but yeah, thank you for listening and have a great day.